Hundreds of military tanks have been deployed across the United States after the unelected globalist despot Klaus Schwab ordered Biden to declare martial law in order to repair our global architecture and our global system in America. According to a WEF insider, Schwab is deeply concerned about Biden and the globalists losing their grip on power, as a series of scandals threatens to sink Biden's re-election campaign, and more people continue waking up to the crimes of the globalist elite. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. The link is below this video. Massive military movements are being reported in multiple states across the US, while mainstream media is working overtime to convince those who are reporting the activity that they are wrong and nothing is happening. Tanks are rolling through city streets in Philadelphia, with local military sources on record declaring that it's not a drill. A tank group was also spotted on the highway in Idaho Falls on Saturday. There are so many videos from across America that we can only show a few. In Larkspur, California, military was seen landing in suburban neighborhoods. Of course, the mainstream media will do everything they can to pretend this isn't happening, and what you can see with your own two eyes is fake news. As the globalist elite lay the groundwork for the declaration of martial law and the seizure of control by authoritarian means, it's worth remembering that the globalist elite declared their intention to launch a vast military campaign when they announced the launch of the Great Reset.
Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector, with trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders. It offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
Biden was in the audience on the day the Great Reset was announced, and the fact that he's now bowing a knee to the globalists should come as no surprise. Following this quick break, we'll expose why Biden and the elites know they must deploy the military right now or face total obliteration. But first, an important word from our sponsor. The globalist elite have admitted that they want to bankrupt us, and now they're making their move. The government have been given permission to print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. The Biden regime claims that this has saved America's economy, but all they did is ensure the US dollar gets devalued even further. With the BRICS nations working together to create a new global reserve currency, the threats to the US dollar are just getting stronger. The only ones who aren't afraid are those who invested in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is the one asset that has proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help if you want to invest in gold. Click the link below this video to secure your wealth now and get a 24-karat quarter-of-an-ounce gold standard coin for free. NobleGoldInvestments.com is the only gold company I trust. Biden has always understood that he's nothing more than a puppet of the globalist elite. Watch him humiliate himself and his country at Davos while serving as the Vice President of the United States. Even Klaus Schwab cannot disguise his contempt for the man.
Dr. Schwab, I'm flattered you'd ask me to keynote. There's an expression in my old neighborhood back in the United States. This may be above my pay grade. It's not above yours, though. You've written extensively on the topic that you've asked me to speak to, mastering the fourth industrial revolution.
Disgraceful behavior. And now, laying the groundwork for martial law, Biden is engaging in the tactics of a weak, deeply unpopular, and unelected president. This is globalist fascism on display. And make no mistake, dystopian authoritarianism has been the plan since the Club of Rome first pushed the climate scam on an unsuspecting public in the early 70s. According to Schwab, global governance is the only solution to the non-existent problem of climate change.
I've worked on climate change for 25 years.
I worked on climate change since '73.
So you
just to tell you, because
I
I was the person who gave the Club of Rome the first big platform. I share with you the concern, and I think we can solve those issues only if we repair our global architecture and our global system.
We have now reached a critical moment in history. According to the WEF, the elites are preparing to launch a vast military-style campaign to usher humanity in the right direction. According to Klaus Schwab's right-hand man, Yuval Noah Harari, the elites have an upgrade on Smartmatic and Dominion voting systems, and will use AI instead to control the next US election.
The next election in the US, for instance, in November 2024, is likely to be run to a large extent by AI. that the AI will even produce, again, the political speeches, the propaganda in the networks will no longer be produced by human beings, but by AI.
What are the elites planning to do with AI? Harari has an answer for that too. They are planning to surveil and monitor the masses, in the same manner as Harari's heroes, Stalin, Mao, and Hitler.
To survey, to monitor everybody all the time. Surveillance, and monitor even what's happening inside their body. Yes. Like you think about dictators in history and emperors in history, I don't know, people like Stalin or Mao or Hitler, they always wanted to follow everybody all the time, to know what each citizen is doing and even thinking and feeling.
According to Schwab, military force will be necessary for the elites to position themselves as unelected supreme leaders of the world, ushering humanity into the fourth industrial revolution.
Who's best placed at this time to lead the world into the fourth industrial revolution? Because you pretty much created this term. We're seeing the kind of technological strides that China has made with Huawei, with the 5G technology. Do you believe that this could potentially be China's time once again?
We should make here again let's say a differentiation. On the one hand, we have state capitalism. On the other hand, we have shareholder or private capitalism. So it's a clash between two systems. I believe that state capitalism in the short term provides certain advantages, because you can mobilize in a concentrated way a lot of resources to reach a specific objective. But I believe that the future is not state capitalism or shareholder capitalism. The future is what I call stakeholder capitalism, which is combined with a social responsibility.
The difference of this fourth industrial revolution is it doesn't change what you are doing. It changes you. If you take genetic editing, right, just as an example, it's you who are changed. Yeah, and of course, this has a big impact on your identity.
The World Economic Forum are right about one thing. We're at a critical moment in history, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Here at The People's Voice, we're determined to continue reporting on the real news and exposing the hidden agenda of the elites. But we need your help. Subscribe to the channel, spread this video far and wide, and join the People's Voice Locals community to support the channel and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. I hope to see you there.